Skyrim Remastered is here, and with new players coming into the fold that have never played the game, this video is going to go over each race, talk about their abilities, their special powers, and then initial bonuses that you will have upon creation of your character. First, going to go over the Nords, and they have a special ability to where you are going to resist frost damage by 50%. This will come in incredibly helpful when you are fighting mages. You're going to run into a lot of magic enemies throughout your time in Skyrim, running around, doing side quests, doing main quests. So damage resistance against magic is very, very helpful. Their special power is called Battle Cry. Battle Cry can only be used once per day, and that will make targets flee for 30 seconds. That can be very helpful if you are overwhelmed in a battle situation with multiple enemies. They also get initial bonuses of plus 10 to two-handed, so if you think that you're going to be using two-handed weapons predominantly, you might want to go with the Nord race. They will also get initial bonuses of plus 5 to block, light armor, one-handed, smithing, and speech. Next up we have the Khajiit, a very unique looking race and a pretty cool looking one. Their special ability is Claws. The Khajiit's unarmed melee attacks will do 15 points of damage. Their special power is called Night Eye, which will be improved night vision for 60 seconds. This power can be used multiple times a day. The Khajiit's initial bonuses are plus 10 sneak, plus 5 alchemy, archery, lockpicking, pickpocket, and one-handed. The Khajiit is a very cool race, if you're going for that thief, silent assassin, you're pickpocketing, you're stealing other people's stuff, you just want to be super sneaky, the Khajiit race might be the one for you. Next up, we have the Imperial race, and their special ability is Imperial Luck. If you play as the Imperial race, you will always find more gold. Wherever gold can be found off of corpses, in chests, wherever you're looting gold, where gold is usually found, you will find anywhere from 2 to 10 more pieces of gold every single time. This is a very, very awesome ability and very unique and can be very, very useful obviously throughout, but it's super useful at the start of the game. You don't have any gold, you don't have any money. And, a piece here, 5 extra pieces here, that really does add up. Their special power is Voice of the Emperor. And Voice of the Emperor calms nearby people for 60 seconds and can be used once per day. They have initial bonuses of plus 10 restoration, plus 5 block, destruction, enchanting, heavy armor, and one-handed. Next up we have the High Elf race. If you're planning on becoming a mage character predominantly using magic in battle, this could be the race for you. So the High Elf's special ability is plus 50 Magicka. That's always in effect, so that is huge if you're going to be a magic first player. Their special power is called Highborn. You will regenerate magic 25 times faster for 60 seconds, and that can be used once per day. The High Elf's initial bonuses are plus 10 Illusion, plus 5 Alteration, Conjuration, Destruction, Enchanting, and Restoration. You will also be getting an additional spell of Fury at the start of the game. Now, each character will start out with 2 initial spells, Flames and Healing. So that just means that if you start with a High Elf, you will get Fury at the start of the game. Fury is attainable across all races, you just get to start with an extra spell. Next up, we have the Dark Elves. And the Dark Elf race, their special ability is that they have a 50% fire damage resistance, which is incredibly helpful. Magic, like I mentioned earlier, magic does a lot of damage, so having that extra resistance is awesome. Their special power is called Ancestor's Wrath. Opponents getting too close take 8 points of fire damage per second for 60 seconds, and you can use that once per day. The Dark Elves' initial bonuses are plus 10 Destruction, plus 5 Alchemy, Alteration, Ilusion, Light Armor, Sneak. They also get the additional spell Sparks. So, along with the High Elves, If you choose to go with the Dark Elf, you will get a third spell upon initial creation. Again, all spells are attainable across all races. It's just an added bonus for your character at the beginning of your game. Next up, we have the Breton race, considered by a lot of Skyrim players to be near the top, if not the best races to play as, and that is because their special ability is they have a 25% resist magic. This is incredibly useful. Regardless of what type of character you're going to play as, you're going to play as a bruiser, you're going to run in there, with a shield and a sword and go after people. You're going to be an archer, you're going to be an assassin, you're going to sneak around, you're going to be a mage. Regardless of what type of character you play, you're always going to have to worry about magic attacks. So having that 25% resistance to magic is a great thing to have. Their special power is called Dragon Skin. That allows Bretons to absorb 50% of the Magicka from hostile spells for 60 seconds, being able to be used once per day. You will also get initial bonuses of plus 10 Conjuration, plus 5 Alchemy, Alteration, Illusion, Restoration, Speech. You will also get the additional spell Conjure Familiar. So on top of those 2 spells you're going to get a third spell at the beginning of the game. Next up, we have Argonians, another very unique looking race. And the Argonians have 3 special abilities. You will have a 50% resist disease. You will also be able to breathe underwater, and you do higher unarmed damage attacks. The Argonian special power is called Hiskin. I've never known how to pronounce this. I've played Skyrim for a gazillion hours. I still don't know how they want me to pronounce that sucker. So anyway, what that does is it allows you to recover your health 10 times faster for 60 seconds, and that can be used once per day. Their initial bonuses are plus 10 lockpicking. You're going to be doing a ton of lockpicking in this game, so that's a nice added bonus at the beginning of your character creation. You also get 5 plus alteration, light armor, pickpocket, restoration, and sneak. Next up, we have the Orc race. Unlike all the other races in Skyrim, Orcs don't get any special abilities, which is pretty lame in my opinion. Their special power is Berserker Rage. You take half damage and do double damage for 60 seconds once per day. This is incredibly awesome and can be incredibly useful when you are fighting a higher level enemy. The Orc race's initial bonuses are plus 10 heavy armor, plus 5 block, enchanting, one-handed, smithing, and two-handed. As an orc, you will also have the additional status of already being a bloodkin. Since you're an orc, you will be able to visit all the orc strongholds throughout Skyrim, and there are 4 of them. So you'll be able to visit these unopposed, be able to go in. All races eventually can become bloodkin, but you will have to do some side quests before you will achieve that status. Next up, we have the Redguard race. And the Redguard's special ability is that you will get a 50% resistance to poison. Their special power is Adrenaline Rush. Stamina regenerates 10 times faster for 60 seconds, able to be used once per day. The Redguard's initial bonuses are plus 10 one-handed, plus 5 alteration, archery, block, destruction, and smithing. Next up, we have the Wood Elf race. And Wood Elves, you get 2 special abilities. You get a 50% resistant to poison, and you get 50% resistant to disease. Their special power is Command Animal. Make an animal an ally for 60 seconds once per day. The Wood Elves race initial bonuses are plus 10 archery, plus 5 alchemy, light armor, lockpicking, pickpocket, and sneak. So that was just a sum up of the different races in Skyrim, what their special abilities were, what their special power was, and what the initial race bonuses are. And those initial bonuses, those are just going to let you level up to certain perks a little bit quicker earlier on in the game. For example, the Wood Elf, they have a plus 10 archery initial bonus, whereas like the Orc race, you don't get that initial bonus of archery. So if you want to, be a master archer in the game, be a stealth assassin, then you might want to look into a Wood Elf. That doesn't mean that you can't be a badass archer on an orc. You're just going to get that initial bonus that will allow you to get, further up the perk tree a little bit quicker. Again, with all that being said, you guys, you can make every single race its own just awesome character. You can be an assassin on every race. You can be a mage on every race. You can be a bulldozer on every race. You can be a sneak on every single race. You can make your character whatever you want it to be. I would just suggest that if you are going to be a predominant magic player, to choose a high elf, Breton, or a dark elf. It's just you get all those nice bonuses. You don't have to. In no way do you have to. That's just a suggestion. And I'm sure, like most players, myself included, you take aesthetics into account, what the character looks like and everything. This was just a sum up to let newer players know, all the different attributes of each race within Skyrim. Hopefully this video was helpful, and especially helpful for newer players that might not be familiar with the different races within Skyrim. Have a good one, guys. See ya.